In addition to recognizing our public safety telecommunications personnel, we're also recognizing work zone safety awareness here throughout our local community and around Oakland County. It's that time of the year where we start to see more construction cones come out, more workers out on our streets, taking the advantage of good weather throughout the spring and the summer to improve our roadways and safety on our streets throughout our local communities. But that comes with some additional hazards, especially for those that are working on these construction projects. Joining us to talk about this and more is the Road Commission for Oakland County's Senior Communications Manager, Craig Bryson. Craig, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, happy to have you on as we get into a time of the year where we're going to see more people out on the road, not just those traveling or those enjoying the beautiful weather outside throughout our communities, but also those that are working on our roadways all throughout Oakland County and beyond. And that comes with some common risks associated in these work zones, particularly for these workers. And so this time of the year, as we are seeing them out and about and working outside more often, and what are some of those common hazards that they face?
Well, first of all, people losing patience with the construction projects. And we understand that nobody likes to be delayed because of a construction project. But of course, this is how we make the improvements that everybody wants to see to the roads. So we just ask for people's patience as we do get these jobs done. And remember that these are real people with families and children and homes that are doing the work. And we ask that everybody please slow down, avoid distractions, pay attention when you're in work zones and when there are workers out around you. It can be a very dangerous job. We try to make it as safe as possible, but a momentary lapse of attention by a driver can cause a very serious problem.
And especially for those that are outside and are working in these zones, they often are in close proximity of that oncoming and passing by traffic, which makes that even more serious. You mentioned some of those lapses in paying attention when you're driving, distracted driving especially. Those couple of moments where your eyes are off the road and you just veer a little bit into those construction zones, even a few feet, can be extremely dangerous for our workers.
Absolutely. It can also actually be dangerous for the drivers. Every year we have, drivers that run into the back of our trucks, especially when we have things like rolling pothole patching crews. If we're on the freeway patching potholes, we have a number of trucks and signs warning people that the pothole team is up ahead. But every year, we have somebody that ignores all those signs or is distracted and runs right into the back of one of our trucks. And unfortunately, those big steel trucks don't get damaged much, but the cars that hit them often do. And we don't want those people injured either. So please watch out for both the fixed construction zones and the rolling road maintenance crews that are out there every day.
And that goes back to some of what you said in that statement, where they have these posted speed limits that may change, may be significantly reduced from what we're used to on our local freeways and our highways, and even on local roads where, you may be used to 45, 50 miles an hour, and all of a sudden now you're in a construction zone and it's 25. From the Road Commission for Oakland County's perspective, for our county overseeing roads, how are those speed limits determined as we are getting ready for construction and trying to prepare both our drivers, our motorists, and our workers for the most safe environment possible?
Well, the construction speed zones are set according to state law. State law is pretty clear. The state legislature has been very supportive of road workers in recent years, and they've taken a number of steps to try to help promote work zone safety, including significantly increasing the penalties if you do hit a worker or, God forbid, kill a worker in a work zone. There's pretty severe penalties. So they've set the speed limit. They also state standards, set the amount of space you need to ramp down to narrow the roads for construction. So oftentimes people will see a long line of cones leading up to the construction zone. That's to make sure that drivers have enough awareness that there's a construction zone coming and they have time to merge into one or two existing lanes while the other lanes are being worked on. So there are good reasons for all of this. Again, we understand it's frustrating, but there are very important, good reasons there to keep people safe that are working in those construction zones.
Greg Bryson is with us from the Road Commission for Oakland County as we recognize work zone safety awareness in Oakland County and beyond. And we mentioned all these safety regulations that are in place, particularly for motorists to keep our work zone workers safe. But in terms of their training, especially in particular with the Road Commission for Oakland County, what sort of workplace safety training do they undergo to be able to keep their awareness intact when they're on these construction sites and they are right in the thick of things with commuter traffic all throughout the day and sometimes at very high speeds?
Absolutely, and that's true of both the rolling crews and the fixed crews. But safety is our number one priority as a matter of policy, and that includes safety for our workers. So we do extensive work zone safety training with the workers about where to set up the cones and the barricades, how far they are to be from them, how many trucks there are behind them on a rolling crew to protect them from the traffic. But even with all those precautions and all that training, one errant driver, looking at his or her cell phone swerving into a construction zone can cause chaos and potentially worse for one of our drivers. So we do try to do everything. Every year there's renewed reviewing of the safety training. We have a safety supervisor whose job is strictly to make sure that those people are safe. So we put a lot of time and effort into that process as well.
Can you share any success stories or initiatives that have been undertaken by the Road Commission for Oakland County to enhance road safety and construction zone safety and have led to safer environments in recent years?
Yeah, absolutely. We use what's called a crash attenuator on our rolling trucks on the freeways. That's a big trailer that's pulled by one of our big orange trucks, and it's literally designed to collapse if it's hit. We had a number of motorists who were either killed running into our trucks, or we had one whose legs, unfortunately, were cut off because he hit the back of one of our big trucks a number of years ago. So these crash attenuators were a fantastic new development. It's been a little while since we've added them. We were one of the first in the state to add them. We use them on all of our rolling crews on the freeways. Again, they absorb the speed of the vehicle that hits the truck. They basically collapse and create a cushion so that when that vehicle hits our truck, the driver of that vehicle hopefully is not injured. And they've worked very well. We go through a lot of those attenuators, unfortunately, every year, but they save lives and they prevent injuries. And that's the bottom line for us.
And Craig, before we let you go, any lasting advice that you can give to our motorists, to others in the community that are driving through these work zones this summer, in terms of where they can get information on work zone safety, or where these work zones are going to be, so that awareness is there for them before they get out on our roads?
Absolutely. A couple of places to get information about the construction projects. Our website is the best spot. That's www.rcoc.org, and go to the road projects page. There's a big icon on the homepage for road projects that'll list all the projects and their schedules. Also, you want to follow us on social media. We post almost daily this time of year about where road closures and lane closures are, what's happening with the road projects. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, get lots of information there. Those are great sources, and we encourage people to do that. You can also, on our website, you can sign up for traffic alerts. Those are automated texts or emails that'll let you know where road and lane closures are happening. All you have to do is sign up and put in your phone number or your email address, and those will automatically be sent to you.
Craig, thank you so much for your time today and bringing more awareness to this issue. As we're getting back outside, there's going to be more traffic, especially with travel season throughout Michigan, also in construction being undertaken in the spring and the summer. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Nothing more important than trying to make this road safe for our workers out there, so we appreciate it.